Hola mi gente, welcome to my YouTube channel, and oh my god, I am so excited. This is my first YouTube video ever here as Nicky Disla. I'm so excited, and of course it had to be a food. If you guys follow me at Nicky Disla in Instagram, you know that I love to cook. Today we're gonna be making Asopao de Camarones, which is, in English translation, shrimp rice stew. This meal that I'm gonna be preparing today is super special to me. This is one of the first meals that I ever learned to cook, and it just brings me back to Dominican Republic where I was raised, and my mom used to make it all the time for me, and it was delicious. It just brings me back home. The reason why I wanted to make this as my first dish here on YouTube was because I personally think it's easy, very few ingredients, and you can meal prep with this. So this won't just last you one meal, this can last you several days. If you have a group of people coming over, this will be great because you only do one pot and that serves up to 6, 7, maybe 8 people. Depends on your servings and depends if people get seconds. You don't have to make it of just shrimp. You can make it whatever you want. You can mix in chicken, tofu, and if you don't want to mix any type of protein, just the rice and the veggies, that is good enough because it's full of flavors, and trust me, it will fill you up. You're gonna notice me adding a little bit more water here and there depending on the texture that I want. If you want it thicker, you can put less water. If you want it liquidy-er, if that's a word, you could do more water. It just all depends on your liking. It is flexible. But I have a little secret ingredient that I like to add into the mix at the end, which is gonna make this really, really interesting. Stay with me and you're gonna see what this dish is all about. So I went ahead and boiled the 5 cups of water. I put it boiling at a high temperature, obviously, so it can boil fast. Now we're going to add the shrimp. So we're gonna let that sit there and have it boil for about 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes are done, and once it's already boiling, we're gonna squeeze 1 full lime. So as you can see, that baby is boiling. We're going to squeeze in our lime. Got a little twirl. And let's not have it so closed because then the water is gonna just come up. Let's leave it like that, halfsies. So now we are gonna be getting ready to strain it. We want to keep the water of this concoction because this is the same water. We're going to mix that into the main pot. Make sure that when you strain it, you are putting the water in a separate bowl because we want to keep that for the main dish. Okay, so I went ahead and separated the boiled shrimp water and the shrimp. These came with the tail off, cut off already, so that's how we're gonna be using them. I turned everything off. I'm going to mix all of the veggies into the same pot because I am not about dirtying a bunch of dishes. I'm not about that life. Now we're gonna mix the ingredients. Just so you guys can see. Now we're moving forward with this step. So I put it in 8 or 7 in my stove, and we want it to heat up with the 2 tablespoons of oil. Just like to do this so that it can take over the pot. How I check to see if it's heated up, I just put my hand near the bottom of the pan, and if I feel like there's some heat coming up, then that's how I know. Or you can just always put in a little bit of this and see if it splashes of oil or something, but let's wait until that's heated up. I put the temperature down to a medium because I do not want that oil to splash in my face when I put the shrimp in. Shrimp mix. So we're gonna let this simmer in there for about 3 minutes. Yummy, 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 yummy in my tummy. Oh my God, it smells so good. So it's been about 2 minutes and I just came in here just to make sure like nothing's sticking. Just give it a little stir. Just leave it like that for about 1 more minute. And then we can add half of our tomato sauce. Here's 8 ounces of tomato sauce. I'm just gonna put about a half. It's gonna be a little bit gooey because of the tomato sauce, which is fine. All right, so let's keep all that leveled. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna add 2 scoops of the shrimp water. I'm actually gonna add 4 scoops of water. I like it to be in between thick and, you know, liquidy. Instead of the initial 2 that I thought I was gonna add, I'm putting 4. You can see that little bubbles are starting to appear now. That is what we want. And now we're going to add the rice. The full 1.5 cups. We're stirring. We don't want any of the rice to be stuck together. I usually put 1.5 cups of rice for every pound of shrimp. 1 pound equals 1.5 cup of rice. If you're using 2 pounds, you're gonna use 2.5 cups of rice. We're gonna add the cube of chicken bouillon. A stir here because we want to make sure that that cube dissolves completely. And why the chicken cube? I added that for flavor. I mean, who doesn't like chicken and shrimp? Come on, I do. So, and you will notice at the step that the water is drying up because the rice is absorbing most of it. Remember, we still have water there that we're gonna add to this. Add more water. Remember, we're gonna add our optional secret ingredient at the end. It's optional, but it does give it such a good kick. Have that sit there for about 3 minutes. It's been about 3 minutes. I'm gonna add the rest of the tomato sauce. As you can see, the rice hasn't fully cooked. We do want it to be a little bit thicker than that. It's still undercooked. Let it cook for a little bit longer. I am gonna add another scoop of water or 2. Want that rice to cook well. So we're gonna leave that there for about 5 minutes. It's been about 5 minutes. Make sure you keep on stirring it because we do not want that rice to stick. The rice will absorb all of the water. So you wanna make sure that you're stirring and stirring. The rice is still not cooked yet. We want that to be a little bit thicker. One more scoop of water. Again, I like mine to be in between. Now keep on adding water depending on the texture that you want. The rice will keep on absorbing the liquid, so you want to keep on stirring it and stirring it. Give it a little taste. The rice still needs to be cooked. Leave it there for about 3 more minutes. All right, you might notice that the rice is stuck a little bit on the bottom, which is fine. But look at the difference. Now the rice is a little fatter, it's thicker. That's what we want. I'm gonna add the last bit of water that I have here. Again, this is fine because the rice is absorbing all of that water. Yum. After I added the last little bit of water, I am going to squeeze in 1 lime. I'm gonna add in my secret ingredients. I lower down the temperature. It's about a 3. My secret ingredient will make this liquidy enough. If you don't want to add the secret ingredient, you can add a cup of water more, depending on the texture that you want. Again, if you really like this texture, then you can eat it like this. My secret ingredient, a bottle of beer. This is optional. My mom always added 1 whole beer. It tastes so good. You can add whatever beer, or Budweiser, Bud Light, Corona. If you do not feel comfortable adding the bottle of beer, you can add a cup of water or 2 cups depending on whatever texture you're looking for. We're gonna stir that. The beer just gives it that nice kick. Oh yeah. And we're gonna add our second optional ingredient, which is hot sauce. I like Tabasco sauce. You can add whatever hot sauce you like and how much you like. I like it super spicy. Stir it, and you can go tasting it to see if anything else is missing, as far as if you want it more spicy, a bit more salt to it, want to add a bit more water. Oh, that's perfect. But this is it. And that is it. This is Asopao de Camarones. So if you really like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and tell me what you thought about this dish. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you add anything? Did you make it your own? I am very curious. I'm also learning, and hey, if you guys think that there's a better way, or even if you tweaked it here and there, I'm all game. We're all learning here. I just learned how to cook 2 years ago. Has it been a year and a half? Probably been a year and a half. Anyways, interested to see more videos? Please subscribe. Also have an Instagram where I'm posting a bunch of stuff about travel, food, just exploring here in the Houston area. And again, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and stay tuned. We have so much more coming up. Bye. Okay. So now you comment down below to tell me which bouillon. Thank you for staying. No.